Let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive shift in how the world defines information, and crucially, how the world defines you. If you're running a business, you've definitely felt traditional search changing shape. The old rules for getting found online, yeah, they're quietly dying. Tonight, a potential customer is going to open up an AI tool, describe a problem you can solve in your sleep, and ask it for a recommendation. So, will it name you? We're diving into some brilliant source material called Found by AI to uncover exactly how small businesses get recommended by systems like ChatGPT, Claude, Perplexity, and Google AI. Get ready because we're breaking down the 5 gates of AI visibility. Think about the old front door of the internet for a second. It was basically just a list, right? You typed in a keyword, Google handed you 10 blue links, and you had to choose the winner. Well, the new front door is completely different. It's an actual conversation. The machine makes the choice for you, naming maybe 3 specific services, describing them warmly, and tailoring them perfectly to your specific problem. So as a business, you aren't fighting to be on a list of 10 anymore. You're fighting to be one of those 3 trusted recommendations. It's blunt, but it's the reality. The list is collapsing into a single answer. And if you think your traditional SEO strategy still has you covered here, think again. Get this, only 12% of the URLs that AI engines actually cite in their answers rank in Google's top 10. Just 12%. For years, the advice was just, if you rank on Google, the AI will naturally recommend you. Nope, they absolutely do not move together. The system that gets you recommended by an AI is playing a completely different game with totally different rules. To make things even more urgent, look at the click-through rates from inside an AI summary. They are microscopic. We're talking a mere 1%. People get their answer directly from the AI and they just don't click away. What does this mean for you? It means the value of being found isn't in driving traffic to your website anymore. You have to literally be the answer itself. Your business must be the actual name the machine gives out directly in the chat. Okay, let's dive into this with a quote from the source material that perfectly hits the nail on the head. You don't need to rank anymore. You need to be the name it gives. And honestly, the beauty of this is that your competitors are just as lost as you are right now. Size doesn't matter to the AI. Legibility does. If you can understand exactly how an AI decides who to name, you can absolutely leapfrog businesses 10 times your size. So, to become that name, the AI has to clear 5 sequential hurdles, or gates. First, can I even find you? Second, can I tell what you are? Third, do I trust you enough? Fourth, can I quote you cleanly? And finally, prompt matching. Let's walk through them. Gate 1, can I even find you? To really grasp this, let's look at Priya, a talented solo bookkeeper from our source material. She had this stunning website, but she was totally invisible to AI. Why? Because you have to look at what the machine actually sees. First up, check your robots.txt file. A single privacy plugin might have accidentally slammed the door on AI crawlers like GPTbot without you even knowing. Second, check your raw page source. If your site relies on heavy JavaScript to load its text, the crawler might literally just see a loading spinner. Third, never ever trap your key services inside an image. AI engines are incredibly smart, but they can't read paintings of words just yet. Finally, strip away all the fancy design. Can a stranger read the plain text and immediately know exactly what you do? Now, it's super tempting to look for a shortcut. I read about this supposed magic file called lms.txt that supposedly acts as a secret password for AI. But interestingly enough, Google's own engineers explicitly stated on the record that they do not use this file and have no plans to. There are no secret rituals here. A summary file the AI ignores does absolutely nothing for a page it can't actually read. You just need plain open readability. Moving right along to gate 2, can I tell what you are? Okay, so the AI got in, it found you, now it's going to ask, what exactly are you? Now what's really interesting here is the contrast in Priya's messaging. Originally, she had this beautiful, fluffy headline, empowering your financial future. To a human, right? That's a nice vibe. To an AI, it's complete fog. Are you a life coach, a bank, a budgeting app? The AI rounds ambiguity down to nothing. So she changed it to pure fact, bookkeeper for freelancers and small shops inner city. Boom. Suddenly, the AI could extract exactly what she was. The takeaway? Save the warmth for the second line. Lead with the undeniable fact. To achieve real entity clarity, you need 3 facts welded into one single, clear sentence. What you do, exactly who it's for, and where you're located. And here is the secret sauce. You must repeat this exact identity everywhere. Your website, your LinkedIn, your directory listings, the whole shebang. Because AI cross-examines all your profiles. If they all say the exact same thing, the machine sees that sameness as a massive signal of confidence. But if you tell 4 different stories, the AI gets nervous and simply picks a competitor who is clear. Gate 3. Do I trust you enough to name you? When AI names you in an answer, it's literally vouching for you. It's spending its own credibility, so it's absolutely not going to just take your website's word for it. It wants off-site proof. Now, historically, AI mostly cited whoever ranked in the top 10 of traditional search, but recent data shows a massive shift. The share of citations coming from inside the top 10 has dropped to roughly 38%. That means a whopping 62% of citations are pulled from outside the top 10. The AI is casting a much, much wider net for trusted off-site voices. It's interviewing references, basically, not just reading the biggest billboards. So how do you actually build this trust? Well, there are 3 main layers. First, on-site proof. We're talking real reviews extracted from those unreadable slider images and put into plain readable text. Second, earned off-site mentions. Priya earned this by genuinely helping people out in a freelancer forum under her real name. And third, the named human. Faceless brands just give a reputation nothing to stick to. You need a real person, a named expert, standing right at the center of the business. Gate 4, can I quote you cleanly? So the crucial point here is that even if you're findable, clear, and totally trusted, an AI does not want to, quote, a beautiful, flowing paragraph that builds slowly to a dramatic conclusion. Nope. It wants a flat brick of text it can lift cleanly right out of your site and drop directly into its answer without having to rewrite you. It must be answer first, give the conclusion way before the context. It must be self-contained, meaning if you cut it out of the page, it still makes total sense without relying on the surrounding sentences. It must make one clear claim without weaving in 5 different caveats. And finally, it should sit directly beneath the heading that mirrors the real, actual question the customer is asking. Look at how Priya transformed her own text. Her old version was completely hedged. It depends on invoice volume and many factors. Now, sure, it was true, but it was totally unquotable. So she rewrote it as a liftable fact. Most freelancers need a bookkeeper past roughly 50 invoices a month. See what she did? She moved the answer to the very first sentence and stripped out all the fluff. And almost immediately, AI engines started lifting that exact pure data brick and putting it directly in front of her potential clients. Which brings us to Gate 5, prompt matching. This is the final hurdle. Are you actually there when the question is asked? You could optimize your entire site for a phrase like bookkeeping services, but if your customer never uses those actual words, you remain completely invisible. Your keyword is an industry category, but their prompt is a messy, specific problem. And this gap is getting more critical by the month. In 2025, AI queries that were purely informational dropped from over 90% down to roughly 57%. So what took its place? Commercial and local intent. People aren't just asking AI for dictionary definitions anymore. They are using it for specific buying-shaped local discovery. They're typing things like, my heating is clicking, who do I call? AI is meeting users way deeper inside specific problems than traditional search ever did. And this brilliantly illustrates how you fix that gap. Priya created what's called a prompt match map. She realized her whole site was aimed at industry jargon like bookkeeping services. So she actually looked at her real inbox and found the actual late-night, midnight queries her clients were typing, like, I'm behind on my taxes. She saw she had 0 content for that specific, real-world panic. So by writing one clear page directly answering that exact human question, she matched the prompt. She was finally standing right where the question landed. Tonight, your absolute best customer is going to open an AI tool and describe their exact problem in their own messy words. The AI is going to recommend 3 businesses. You now have the blueprint to the 5 gates. The only question left is, when the machine makes its choice, will your door be open or will you remain invisible to the future of search? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and good luck out there building your AI visibility.